trying this again. That's why my cards are already down here. Because I am restarting. It's second time's a charm this time, right? Okay. So, welcome to this reading and this energy check-in. I appreciate your time, and I will do my best not to waste 1 minute of it. We just had this big-ass lunar eclipse, right? Last week, it was a full lunar eclipse, and I hope you got a chance to see it. And it was in our sign, Virgo. So, the energies could be all crazy. We're in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury rules our sign, so that's happening. There's a lot going on. There's a Venus retrograde. I'm actually Venus in Virgo, so that's fun too. We just have a lot going on right now, planetary-wise, astrology-wise, and today's spring equinox. Happy spring, everybody. Happy Aries season. And when you think about it, when you think about how this all works, we have access to all these beautiful energies all the time. Bravery and connections and meditation and harmony. All of these things are accessible to us. Luckily, because, we live here in this beautiful planet. And no matter what's going on in the world right now, or in the planets right now, we have access to all these beautiful energies. And Spirit would like you to tap into a particular one at this time. Spirit, what do you got for Virgo? What would you like Virgo to lean into right now? What energy would you like to see Virgo harness at this time? Ooh, that's a lot. I'm doing 3. Can we just have 1, please? 2. Can I just have 1, please, Spirit? That happens every time I try to ask for 1 because it gets crazy if not. Grace. I guess I could have used some just then. I don't want to record this, so I'm going to keep going. Grace is the universe's blessings. Open your heart to receive it. I'm going to pull an angel number at the exact same time, actually. Grace is... It's not easy. That's not an easy one. Not because we don't have access to it or we don't want to use it. It's just harder to feel when the energies are crazy. When there's so much going on, planetary-wise, all that shit. It's hard to take your time and step into a energy of grace. Because it does take, you have to slow yourself down. You have to... I'm waiting for an angel number while I talk, but you have to slow yourself down. You need to really think through each step. And while that's an easy thing for a Virgo to do, think that sort of thing, we're called to do this in a time of retrogrades and eclipses and things that are going on inside us and going on in the world. It's not easy to move through the world with grace, but it is a blessing. 2020. Strength. Well, you definitely need that to have grace in these times, don't ya? Let's see. Courage, resilience, inner power, determination, fortitude, and endurance. Draw on your inner strength during challenging times. Your resilience can lead to personal growth. Stay focused and remain open-minded as you navigate each step of your journey. Identify one challenge you are currently facing and create a plan to address it. Remind yourself of past successes where you overcame difficulties and draw strength from those experiences. That's very smart. When those times came upon you and you were really struggling and you had a huge challenge, because we've all been there, looking back, obviously you got through it, you're here. I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful that you're still here on this planet and that you made it through any difficult challenge that you've experienced, whether it's recent or a long time ago. But I need you to go back to that for a minute. And how did you not just keep your strength, but also your grace? How did you maintain grace throughout those challenging times? You have to be open to it. And that is hard when you're feeling like you need to be strong like a rock. Because you don't think of strength as soft. But it takes an immense amount of strength to be soft, to move with grace, to keep your head high when people are screaming shame at you walking down the street. You know what I mean? Yes, I totally went there with Cersei and Game of Thrones, but I'm just thinking of a situation that made you feel like that made you feel low, that brought you to your knees. How do we maintain grace at that time? How do we hold our heads high through those difficult challenges? What you need to do is look back at the times when you had to and pull strength from that. Pull resilience from that, because you obviously made it through. It made you different, it made you stronger, and it made you wise, because you're not going to fall for those things again. You shouldn't be finding yourself in the exact same situations, because you've grown and learned from them. The growing comes from softening and accepting our responsibility in how we got to where we are, and also our ability to get the hell out of it and move with grace throughout it. That soft strength, quiet strength, is what you're being asked to tap into right now. And I don't think that's going to be hard for you. I think it's more of finding the softness in order to get there. So meditation is key. However it is you ground yourself, because I know you have little tricks and stuff like that. I know for me, I used to work on a psychiatric unit for many years, decades, and when things would get hairy and I had access to a faucet, I would put my hands under cold water, and it brought me out of the heated situations that I was in. Is it a cure-all if you get punched in the face? No, it's not a cure-all if you get punched in the face, and it's very hard to hold your grace through that. It's hard to hold your grace through the terrible things that go on in the world. But remaining soft with your heart is how you'll be able to find it. And it's very important to have a soft heart, to remain soft and strong at the same time. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's not easy to do these things, but you can do it. Let's welcome in Spirit. Spirit, thank you so much for being here today for this beautiful sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. We like to look into the recent past, the current energy, and the future energies if we stay on this path. Recent past. Oh, you just walked on out of the deck. That's amazing. Justice. Beautiful. Stick to your truth, and everything will turn out just fine. Oh, doesn't it sound so simple? Stick to your truth, and everything will turn out just fine. Well, while that may be true, and usually is, it doesn't say how long you have to do that. It doesn't talk about how lonely it can be. It doesn't talk about, because we're talking about divine timing. That is also what's not on this card, but it's true. We are on the universe times. We're on divine timing. We don't say when things happen. We put out the energy. We maintain that energy. We do things on our end to stay aligned with that energy. You want to be a millionaire? You think like a millionaire. You act like a millionaire. You purchase things like a millionaire. You make smart money choices like a millionaire. The things that you do reflect your intention. And maintaining that intention through all the ups and downs that come on around it may be hard. But again, if you stay soft-hearted and strong-willed, that combo not only shows your strength and provides justice, because we're looking for a balance, but it'll bring in the grace as well that you need. Because the strength and grace is the combination together is justice. Being strong enough to be silent and know your truth, stand in your truth, know that it will set you free, that you will be okay, even though it doesn't look like it right now, or even though it didn't look like it. You stayed strong and kept the balance. I love it. This is all like little innuendos, because this is 11-11, this is 20-20, which is 2-2, the evens, even on each side, like a 6 of Pentacles. What do we have right now going on currently for Virgo? Current energy. I like the way that last one just kind of walked out of the deck. Current energy. Let's do it again. Okay, fine. Judgment. All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And by signs, I mean like you've looked all around. You see the 20-20, you see the 2-2, you see the 11-11s, you see those signs, and not just synchronicities. I'm talking about like you see a feather And you see a little feather floating down here, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I can feel it. It's not just about something I know. It's not just about what you've worked for, because that's kind of an obvious thing, right? Instead of a goal of $1,000 and you make $100 a day, you work 10 days. That's it. That's how you make your money. You know what I mean? So 1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking about knowing, trusting your inner self, knowing inside you that you've done everything to get to where you are right now, Virgo. Right now, when you're watching this video, look around you. Everything that where you are, you brought yourself here. Good or not good. But I have a feeling that you're questioning it because you're not sure where to go next. That's okay. We're in turbulent times, but you're doing well on the way right now. Spirit's just asking you to keep that soft heart so you can let the grace in. And if we stay on this path, we stand tall, remain where we are, and strong and soft at the same time, what do we get coming in the future for Virgo? Future energy for Virgo, if we stay on this path. Future energy for Virgo. Let's stay on this path. Future energy, please, for Virgo. Okay. It's 2. We have the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, which turns out to be the 10 of Cups. Now, this looks like a choice. You can either choose to stay, like looking back on your best days and how you felt and sorry, I'm getting my words are getting so stuck right now. Because I'm trying to interpret what's happening here. Because at its face value, it looks like just, okay, you're looking at it, look great at a happy day and you wish it was like that now. Why not choose to see things that way? Why not realize that the past, while it was amazing, you brought yourself here to these calmer waters, to use this time to balance your life out, to receive your justice, to enjoy where you are right now. Because this card says, give yourself the compassion you were never given. And this one says, try not to be so picky, okay? They're both cups. The 6 and 4 equals the 10. That means between the two of these things, you have everything you want in your future to fulfill you emotionally, to fill your cup. You have to choose to see things in such a way that it's satisfying, that it is your 10 of Cups, that the combination of where you've been and where you're going make the 10 of Cups, because it's not all going to be the best day ever every day. Some days are going to be sort of boring. That's all right too. But use those boring days to tackle the things that you wouldn't ever do. Like really sit with yourself and meditate on those boring days. Declutter something on those boring days. Now, I'm not saying you wouldn't ever do that, Virgo, because obviously you would. You're a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. I understand how it works. But on those days when you're pulled to feel not just bored, because this is like apathy. This is malaise. It can turn into that. If you stay too much in the past and how it used to be and how things used to make you feel, and you don't accept where you are right now, you're going to start feeling apathetic about your life, and that's not what you want, because what you're asking for is what you're getting. Like we said earlier, if you're staying in alignment of your highest good and you want everything good, highest good, you have to act as if. That's what's bringing it in. The constant turn, the in, the out. But if you're putting out malaise and apathy and melancholy, well, you're going to keep getting more of that. You have a choice here. You can choose to see you have the whole package, or you could choose to live in the past and not appreciate your future. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. Ooh. Okay, so this could be the catalyst or what's coming, and we'll figure that out. I'm going to pop you over here. And if this is resonating with you, Virgo, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, do all things. Come grow with us, because this channel is growing. And 2025 is our year, Virgo. A 9-year. It's us. So, we know. We support each other. We take care of each other. If we take care of each other, we're going to be justified. Why is justice here in the recent past for Virgo, please? Why do we have justice here in the recent past? 9 of Pentacles. Because you're grateful. Because this is the attitude of gratitude. This is grateful for everything you've grown. Like I said, stop right now and look around. Be grateful for all those things that you brought into your life, because you did this. You co-created with the universe to bring yourself where you are right now. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? The fact that you have even the smallest things, internet, a way to watch this video, breath in your lungs, the ability to blink, the ability to, these little things we take for granted every single day need to be appreciated more, need to be counted as things, as wins. Because when you get excited about all those things, that's what we're talking about. That's when Spirit's like, oh yeah, look at Virgo. Virgo's so excited about this. Wait till they see this. Wait till they see this. Oh, they asked for this? Let's give them this. Because every time I give them something they ask for, they put this amazing energy back out there. And guess what? I want to give it back to them. If you're going to put this out there, you're going to get that back too. It's how it works. Why is Judgment here in the current position for beautiful Virgo? Please let us know, Spirit, why we have Judgment here. Clarify the Judgment cards. Whoa. Clarifying the Judgment card, please. We'll get there. Thank you. Knight of Wands. Ooh, it's coming in fast. The Knights are fast moving. Very fast moving, because they take the idea that the page has and says, okay, it's what you want. They're like, it's like the assembly line there. I'm bringing this right to the queen, you know? So the Knights, especially the Knight of Fire, which is Wands, is passion. It's excitement. It's I cannot wait, because when he gets to the queen, it's a full-on glow up, inside and out. You're twirling and excited, Virgo, but the Knight is the messenger. The Knight is the one that's bringing this news. Like, okay, the page has this amazing idea. I'm going to bring this to the queen. Let's take action on this. Knowing that you're where you're supposed to be, and now this is moving you up. Accepting accepting that you are where you brought yourself. The universe heard you and granted you your wishes. These things should be providing you grace. These two energies should be opening your heart, so that way you can really appreciate these things that are in your life that you called in. Now, what do we get here in the future clarifications? Because we really would like to know, please, Spirit, why we have the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups here. 6 and 4 of Cups in the future position. Whoa. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. And the bottom of the deck is full. Beautiful. Okay, let's talk about the Ace of Wands first. Now, the Ace. I love the Aces too, but the Aces are about the beginning, the spark. This is the spark of passion that ignites this 10 of Cups. This completion is the 10 of Cups. Because these two together, 6 and 4 is 10, you know this, but it's a combination of good days and sort of boring days, and that's life. That's life. But it's true. Because you know you've done everything and you stood tall. You knew that you're where you're supposed to be. So questioning this and making yourself feel like you haven't done enough is not the way to go. It's not having grace in this situation helps you balance this beautiful 6 of Cups energy, because you don't want to remain in the past. You can dip back every once in a while, like we said earlier, because identify a challenge that you're currently facing and create a plan to address it. Remind yourself of difficulties in the past. Remind yourself of past successes where you overcame difficulties and draw strength from those experiences. Now, that's a smart thing to do. So it's okay to look back, like we said earlier, to see how you got through those really, really difficult times. Just don't stay there. Because then you start comparing your current reality to this, and it's not going to match up. You've already been through that. Why would that remain? You already know you're where you're supposed to be. Stop looking backwards and stop being picky about what's going on, because you have this spark of fire underneath of you, We said the wands is fire, right? And fire is what? Passion. It's excitement. It's a renewed excitement for your life. These underneath energies here is where the grace is, because the Fool is not worried at all. The Fool knows that this tower had to happen in order to burn down the old way of doing shit. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to, I mean, it's dramatic, but it doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have, because it feels like this is your choice. It feels like something was coming towards you, and you could see that it was going to burn it all down. And you're like, okay, that's fine. Why is it fine? Because you have everything you need. You have your babe. You have your purse. You have your phone to take a selfie of your cute ass little outfit. You go purple. I'm in a purple mode right now too. And staying this way to go through all 78 cards, that's what the Fool does. She's not worried about getting hurt. She's not worried about any of these challenges that are coming towards her because she knows she's overcome them before. And that's what the Justice is. That's where the Justice comes in. Let's pull for Moonology to see if we clarify anything further. I don't know what we need to clarify more because it seems like it's all written out here for you, my loves. But we'll pull anyways. I like these decks. I got one, and then I'm going to pull from the Spirit Oracle deck for one final message before we wrap up. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, Virgo. Just story, my loves. What do we get from Moonology? Moonology is between, so now this is clearly between the current and the future energies. Love. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is your story, babies. Because you knew this was going to burn down, whether by your own hand or the universe. You knew it was coming. You knew you had to stop doing things the way you used to do it. So you prepared yourself. You knew this was going to burn down, but you knew in your heart that you were right about something. About the way you're living your life. Doesn't matter how a company was being run, doesn't matter what kind of house you were living in or neighborhood you were living in, any of those things. That can all burn down for all you care, to be honest with you, because you're remaining in your truth and you're standing tall. You've created a life here that you're so grateful for within you and in your immediate surroundings. I'm talking about your home, I'm talking about your pets, I'm talking about your kids, if you have kids, or your partner, if you have a partner. Those things are all rock solid. You don't have any worries about any of that here. Because you made all this happen. You stood tall and stayed in your truth. You stick to your truth and everything will be just fine. That's what was needed to get through this tower moment. Staying to your truth. Knowing how grateful you are, because your truth is, you're grateful that you brought yourself here. You brought yourself to where you are right now, Virgo. Good for you. You're safe. You're protected. The universe has your back, and you have your back. You've set your life up in such a way that you're not going to fail. This is going to help keep your heart open to receive that grace you need to move through this difficult time. Even though it's not difficult for you, everybody else is struggling around you, like people at work. What am I gonna do? That kind of shit. It's just like, okay, I'm standing where I am. I invite you to join me to stand tall in your truth as well, because we're all here because we brought ourselves here. But it's up to them to do that, not up to you to make it happen. You're taking care of you. You're using your love and your remembrance of how you got through this last hard time to make this glow up come in even faster. It was already on its way to you. Whatever was meant for you is always on its way to you and will always find you, no matter how many towers burn down, no matter how many times you move. It doesn't matter. You can't get away from what's coming to you. And what's coming to you is all good shit, because this is what you've called in. You've called in this passion and this glow up and this amazing feeling of this fiery feeling, which could be new to you because you're so grounded and earthy that you're like, ooh, some of that fire from the tower is coming off on top of me, and I feel a little weird about it. That's okay. It's gonna help you glow up and burn off, like in Hunger Games, that dress when she burns off the dress and she's spinning, and it reveals this amazing shit underneath. That's what I'm talking about. You use that tower to burn down the old, build something new, with your passion and your vibes, because you have a renewed sense of it. Once you drop this apathy, this shitty I'm bored feeling, and decide that you're in the 10 of cups with how the wheel goes, you move in the wheel in your favor, in your direction with this 10 of cups, with your attitude, with the way you're adjusting to seeing things through this passionate view makes this the 10 instead of the 6 and the 4. It's okay to look back and figure out how you fixed things, but use that to fix your future. Final message today from Virgo says, it's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion will you put into what energy and emotion you put out comes back to you with little conscious effort on your part. That happy ending, it can and will be yours. Believe that. It's time to believe in you, because the power of your mind's making shit happen, whether you know you're doing it or not. So let's start getting concentrated on what we're thinking about, keeping our hearts soft and open to grace, and believing in you. Take care of yourselves, Virgo.